Hi, everyone. This is Taylor from the Inland Empire Resource Conservation District, or IERCD for short. So, today, in honor of World Soil Day, I'm going to talk to you about what's living just beneath the surface and why it's important to our health and the health of the earth. So, topsoil, let's start there. This is the very top of all the Earth's layers, just from the core all the way to the top, and this is where we live. The topsoil is about no more than 10 inches, so about the length of my forearm. And this is where the majority of Earth's underground organic activity takes place. Now, did you know that it takes about 500 years just to create 1 inch of topsoil? 1 inch. 1 inch is literally the size of my nail. And why is this important to know? Because it takes thousands of years for rocks to break down in the rock cycle and in our environment so that they can release those nutrients and become soil again. Even as we speak right now, rocks are breaking down, the soil's being turned, it's being watered, nutrients are being released, and it's going into our greater ecosystem. So, what is biodiversity? Why is it important to us? Well, biodiversity is the conjunction of two words, biological and diversity. Biological meaning the study of life, and diversity meaning a mixture of something. So altogether, that just means a total mix of all the life forms in an ecosystem. Biodiversity allows us to enjoy all the beautiful animals and plants, like our delicious fruits and veggies that the earth has to offer. And what happens when there is a loss in biodiversity? Keystone species leave the area either through migration or extinction. Some of those factors leading to that are urban sprawl and other human activity, such as monoculture farming. Monoculture meaning planting only one type of crop, and climate change. And this is leading to a shrinking of the biodiversity available in our local ecosystems. So, what lives in the soil? So, we have bacteria at the very bottom attaching themselves to plants, and this is good bacteria. This is the bacteria that plants need to be healthy. Just like we need good bacteria, plants need good bacteria. There's also earthworms, there's ants, there's pill bugs like roly-polies, there's beetles. Then we have larger mammals like gophers and moles that burrow around and turn that soil all kinds of ways. So all of these organisms work together to keep that biodiversity in check and to continue turning those nutrients into available resources for plants to bring up to the surface in the form of their fruit. Now, how are these organisms important to soil health? Well, they help the earth by breaking down greens, i.e. like fresh leaves or freshly fallen leaves and other plants, or browns, fallen trees and sticks, or dried leaves, and help release those nutrients back into the soil so they're available. They are a part of an awesome food web that includes us, and all the healthy nutrients they consume go back into the soil when they die, or into other parts of the food web when they're eaten by larger organisms. Now, what are some ways to boost biodiversity? Well, of course, we got to protect the soil, right? Erosion is a big problem. Digging is fun, but remember, put the soil back where you found it. The worms will thank you for it. Also, we have to plant native trees. If you are digging, at least put a plant there. So start with planting native trees like oaks, or a native flora like sage or buckwheat. Sometimes you can add just worms to your garden, and that'll help turn that soil around. All of the above attract larger insects and local animals to help break down soil, increase biodiversity, and move those nutrients through the food web. So start thinking of ways that you're going to actively help protect our local biodiversity. Thanks, guys.